Bryan and The Miz had guns blazing last night on the SmackDown talk show, the post-SmackDown talk show on the WWE Network called Talkin' Smack. Bryan called Miz a coward in the ring, talked about how he wrestles a safe style. Miz fires back, says that he's managed to stay healthy all these years, and Bryan is the real coward who promised his fans that he would come back. He didn't come back, and if he really misses it that bad, he would go to the bingo hall with his indie friends. Heavy exchange between the two, and Bryan eventually walks off the set. Is it a work? Is it a shoot? The magical question as always. Point being, if you're asking the question, that's all that matters. Vince must have some extra muscle in those puppet-pulling string arms of his this week. He's been working much of his company, starting off with the details surrounding, or the lack of details surrounding the Brock vs. Randy finish, this past Sunday, and then now this. Things aren't as black and white as was it planned or was it down to the script. It doesn't quite work as definitive as that. From those who I've spoke with in WWE, all unanimously agreeing and saying to me that they knew nothing about this happening. They weren't involved in it. But it did get their attention, and it looked legit, but likely had some pre-planned intention. But it was kept on a need-to-know basis to those who were involved and needed to know. Likely, I would have to imagine Renee Young not even knowing about it, because her not knowing, her selling it, is what made this get over to the ultimate degree. She sold it so legit. Whether she was in the know or not, fantastic acting job by Miss Renee Young. These things don't get scripted word for word, okay? They truly have to be done on feel, and those involved have to lose themselves in it. They can speak from bullet point of suggestions in a script. They can speak to stereotypes like the indie aura that's around Bryan that Miz alluded to, or sometimes, hey, guess what? You just speak from the heart. Point being, you speak to make people think it's real. We all want to believe. That's the reality. We all want to think that things just got chaotic and that we were watching what we're not supposed to be watching. We want to believe. Kayfabe is still very much alive. It's human nature. It's natural, given the tricks of it being predetermined theater has been so exploited in the last 20 years. We want to believe. People are talking about The Miz, a heel who was carrying a mid-card title, which he's fallen into obscurity ever since the brand split happened a month ago. People are talking about this post-show that otherwise, who usually cares or thinks it has much watch value? It has much watch value now, at least in the immediate. Now The Miz is the most discussed heel of the day, and that show has a feel that perhaps things might not be so controlled, so micromanages. Its sentences like, you wrestle like a coward, which is interesting, all the way from the use of the word wrestle, which we thought is a no-no, to calling someone a coward in such a realistic tone and setting. Kayfabe is still alive. Work or shoot, who cares? I say success.